How's it going, everybody? We are going to be banging our way through the Kyln Forge and Fire event right now. And I don't want to do the entire thing because that's just a lot of content where you see me one-shotting things. So that's going to be a lot of what this tower is, unfortunately, for the most part, okay? So I worked my way up to the purple ISO 3 where I expect the content to get a little bit harder. Before that, we needed blue ISO 3 and green ISO 3, and for the first 10 floors, we needed nothing. So this is very achievable by anybody who's been playing the game for 2 or 3 months. You would easily be able to get up to floor 16 as long as you're keeping up with the teams that are current, which is always the best advice. Get your raid teams up, get your arena teams up, do whatever comes next in the release schedule. Because new teams are always just better. It's stupid, but it's true. So let's see what kind of rewards you can expect to get if you don't want to invest in any sort of purple ISO. Let's go ahead, let's claim all this. And so what we can expect to get with putting 0 ISO 3 in, well, first of all, we get to recruit, that's cool, but we'll wait on that one. So 100 Omega Shards, 500 Teal Raid Orbs, 300 Armory 16, 1400 Training Materials, that's nice. We got some gear credits, we have some Crimson Hunt Orbs, 6 million gold, more Teal, a little bit of Crimson gear, not as much Armory 19 as I would like to see, and 195 Purple ISO. So does this bridge the gap and be like, oh, now I have enough Purple ISO that I don't mind investing in Absolute A-Force to make sure I can get the rest of the tower done? Maybe. We'll have to wait and we'll see the rest of these floors. But before we check out the rest of these floors, I'm going to go on my phone. I just recorded it quickly, and we will go over the floors that came before this and a couple of the characters that I prepared that I think might help a little bit, maybe, and a couple of floors where we want to avoid some characters. Okay, so here we are on my phone footage again. This is 23 minutes of just one-shotting everything. This would not be very fun to do in the whole video, so let's just do an abridged version, okay? And the abridged version is, I got Storm charged up in the first couple nodes. Not sure if that's necessary. I got Omega Red, Old Man Logan to get his ultimate up, so no big deal there. Beast got his ultimate, pretty cool, right? No big deal. Let's go forward a little bit. Other characters I got ready. I got Nightcrawler's ultimate ready as well. No big deal. There we go. Storm again. I think I got Hercules and Jean. I got both of their ultimates ready, and then I just went back to this team and just kind of smashed my way all the way through floor 10. And that's when we get the Absolute A-Force nodes. Yeah. And so for the Absolute A-Force nodes, I really did not want to have to use any of the new characters. My new characters are completely free to play. They're not small, mind you. I think they're both 4 stars. I can try them on these later nodes if you want in a different video, but I prefer to lean into the power of diamonds. So Iron Heart and Wasp, being the Rebirth characters, pretty easy to get diamonds on them. And you can see like this insane power level. But I also had a giant core stock and put all of my cores into Kahori, so she's also maxed out. This is just a character that I really wanted to have for Crucible. So my Absolute A-Force section's not going to be super relevant, except that I'm going to try not to lean on a big Miss Marvel or a big Medusa. So this section is really easy, but that right there is a big issue I have with this game mode. We saw Cloak and Dagger spawn in. Not only did they get 100% turn meter, but their speed is simply wrong. Because Dagger just took her second turn before Kahori stepped in to take a turn. Now, if you go and look at Dagger's stats, Dagger's speed is stated 113. Kahori's stats are 122 or something like that. So even if Dagger spawned in with 100% turn meter, she shouldn't take 2 turns before Kahori goes, unless she spawned in with like 140 turn meter. That's something the data miners can look up if they so choose. That to me is just super lazy gameplay. And although this is an easy section, so it just doesn't matter, they need to start leaning into giant stat upgrades for characters that they want us to experience their kits. You know, older characters that don't really stay, like, this is your AI. Just put whatever stats you want on them. Don't give them the speed stat or speed bar. And if you do want to drop them in with speed bar, because that kind of makes sense, otherwise you would be able just to easily control everybody given the right tags, maybe 40% speed bar. Maybe 50, maybe 60% speed bar. Never, ever 100, and definitely never, ever over 100. That's just really bad gameplay, in my opinion. But we go on. This was then the mutant section. I came in here with Nightcrawler, Beast, and Storm. And this is just one-shotting everybody because, once again, Storm has diamonds. I'm kind of glad I didn't do this on the playtest because the playtest had to get completely scrapped. And then we have this going on, right? We have now diamonds instead of showing off a 7 red star Storm. A diamond Storm is hitting completely different and just annihilating things. All right. Next is the Avengers node, and I just went in again with my Immortal X-Men characters because I'd like to keep it to as few characters as possible. So I have Jean Grey, Beast, and Storm. My Jean Grey is 5 red stars because once again, a Crucible character I go a little bit harder on. I did drop a bunch of core orbs on her, and I think I got lucky. No, I did not get a 100 drop with her, but I think I got a purple drop with her from her pity orbs as well. So I mean, she's pretty beefy. I have definitely gotten lucky. I don't think you need a 5-star Jean for anything you're about to see here. We'll find out in the later nodes. But because I have Jean, this Doom does not get speed bar, so I don't have to worry about when I push him. I just get him out the scene, and that's that. We're just like floor 11 we're on right now. All right, the next one after that, this is the second A-Force node. I came in here with Kohori Ultimate up. This will make sure I get an additional turn. It's going to pull a couple of those dodge stacks off. Then we basic, then we special, and we go from there. So just make sure you have Kohori Ultimate heading to this node, especially if you have a smaller Kohori. Because it starts getting weird. Like, my diamond characters stop one-shotting people here. Like, that's a 3-diamond Kohori that barely hurt that Sasquatch. The enemies don't do any damage, but you kind of don't do as much damage either. Then there's dodging all over the place. So if you have a smaller Kohori, I might be a little bit more concerned here. But I don't know how to gauge what the damage would be because they're hitting me for negligible damage here. All right, let's move on. So that's the absolute A-Force section. Took a while to get through. So that's cell 14. This would be cell 15. Another Immortal X-Men. I come in here with these guys, but then I decide to change my tune. So I would have got through this because, again, we're taking no damage, but I'm noticing a new trend. And this was on the playtest. And I brought this up to them. Like, you guys can't do this. This is not fun game. Same thing as increased speed bar. When you give people a fake amount of resistance and you just can't land your controlling effects on them anymore, that's also lame. That's just not fun. Once again, if you want to make these characters, if you want me to experience the gameplay of an old school Emma in like this new era, inflate her health, inflate her damage, inflate her focus, maybe a little bit of resist, not so I can't do anything to her, but put her on par with all the other characters of this era, and let that happen, okay? Maybe give her a 60% speed bar so that when she drops in, she stands a chance. But this was just kind of not great, so I actually redid this. I think I took out Storm. I got mad, I took out Storm, I put in Old Man Logan, came in here, and just absolutely walked over it like it was nothing. And this is cool, because I don't want Storm to have any sort of damage on her, and she's already at 20 charges, so I don't need to charge her up or anything like that, and then it's an easy win. And this, I believe, is the last node that we do in this video. Node 16, and this is the Avengers node. And here, I believe I come back in with Storm, Beast, and Jean to try and keep it to as few characters as possible, even though we're still in the blue ISO section. You have so many options for blue ISO that I'm sure you guys can afford to get in here and pound this out with, right? So there's a little bit of some healing going on, some minions get pulled up. You take a little bit of damage because there is, I believe, a Phoenix on this node, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that was on the last node. There's a Phoenix that has like 20% of your life, and then I had Beast use his special, and that wasn't that big a deal, right? And that's going to bring us up to Cell 17, where I think things are going to get more interesting, and this is now the territory of a player who's going for the 4-star Omega Red and trying to do those last 4 floors. Let's go do that live together. All right, and we're back. So this is Cell 17, and I'm going to hit it with Kohori and the 2 reworks. I'm not going to use my... Yeah, they're both 4 stars. I won't use them, even though... Maybe we'll have to. I don't know. I've not paid attention to this node. Maybe I need Miss Marvel Classic with her awesome opening attacks, because I haven't used her at all yet. And that would be my recommendation, especially if you have a smaller Miss Marvel Classic, is do not use them until you're at the hardest floors. And when you're at the hardest floors, sure, pull them out. They'll have all their abilities up, and that should be good enough. We are at 11 out of 20. This is interesting, because obviously I can't use these characters again after this. So I might as well just throw the kitchen sink at this. Cloak with the dodge, that's annoying. Let's flip all this stuff. My 3-diamond Kohori not doing any more damage than that is kind of weird. We get a blind on the cloak, even though he dodged a basic, so there's that. A little bit of mind control action comes in. So yeah, that was a good blind, so maybe we want to force the blind on cloak. We'll use some abilities here, because we can. We have a Phoenix, a Magic, and a Colossus. I would love to flip that. Let's go for the Magic first. Alright, so we get the flip. I'm gonna go for the nuke. Let's try and use the Wasp Special. Wasp Special absolutely nukes that Magic. That seems like a good thing. She goes stealth. Assist coming deep. We'll just get off her and go for the Colossus. Colossus got his buff slip. That's kind of crazy. Ultimate here kills the Phoenix, kills the ad, and still hits the Colossus. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take a little hit here from the Phoenix. That's 20% damage. Can't stop that. I mean, I guess Wasp could dodge it. She might have, actually. Decent hit there. There's still 4 enemies left, but we're going to get Kahori ultimate back up at this point. So let's use the Kahori special. Basic. I have a feeling that this one could actually be difficult if you don't have a giant Kahori like I have. Like, the Ironheart abilities and the Wasp abilities are definitely very clutch here. Do I want to do this? I don't think I want to do this yet. So if you have those ultimates ready, you'd probably be okay. But the Miss Marvel Classic would be nice here. Or if I saved Wasp Ultimate for this. Yeah. I think I would save Wasp Ultimate for this. And that would be much easier to deal with. Because they definitely dropped in with Speed Bar, right? And we're ability blocks, so we can't use the ultimate from Kahori. Yeah, Wasp ult would have been real nice here. Oh, we have the special from Wasp, though. Can that kill the Kang even with defense up? No, but it gets the stun. So Wasp doing pretty good mechanical stuff here. Alright, and then we pop this. So, just in the interest of seeing what it would be like with a free-to-play Miss Marvel, I want to see how much better Miss Marvel Classic could make this. Medusa is just raw damage. Medusa will not out-raw damage Wasp or Ironheart here. So, let's go ahead. Let's take Ironheart out. Well, not Medusa. We want Miss Marvel Classic. I put it as a fortifier. You can have it as a healer. You can probably use whatever you want here. Let's see how this goes instead. And we'll switch up when we use the Wasp Ultimate. Because I think that was an improper time to use it. So once again, the advice here would be do not use... Yeah, the advice here would be do not use Miss Marvel Classic until this node. There's no reason to force yourself to use Miss Marvel Classic up until this node. Let's get blind on Cloak, so when he ults, it just misses us. Because I know Miss Marvel Classic, she's got some killer heals. I'm more interested in what does this do? Clear negative effects, heal self, apply regeneration, defense up, immunity and safeguard. That would protect us from the Titania ability block. Apply defense down, heal block, damage reduced by 50% per charged. Heal self, okay. I mean, not necessary now, right? So let's just save that. Yeah, we'll just basic. All right, we got this again. Let's go for the magic. That gets flipped. That's good. All right. So that stealth is something we're just going to ignore. And we're not going to use... I should not have used a special either there. Whoops. I should just basic. That's on me. All right, well, we do get to go after the Colossus, though. So, like, we want to kill this magic before we kill that Phoenix again. Otherwise, she just comes back, right? So now this is what? Worst case scenario because we're taking extra hits? Miss Marvel took that hit like it was nothing, though. So the 4-star Miss Marvel took absolutely 0 damage from that. Would I ult here? Phoenix is going to come back. I think we just let Phoenix come back. I think I'd rather have the Wasp ult up for when the Masters of Evil drop and just deal with another Phoenix. Watch this Phoenix be, like, supercharged, though. Well, still just 20% damage. He's going to taunt. I'll save the ult still. Okay. That's going to do very little damage once again. Look, I don't think you needed 3 Diamond Cory. I don't think damage is the issue here. That's all she's good for. Like, she's not even doing that much. I think that you'd be perfectly fine with a, 4 or 5-star Cory on here too. I'll ult with Miss Marvel now because this is the last wave. We'll ult with Kahori. Once again, last wave. Gives us extra speed bar. We could do a little flippy. Alright. So now they have trauma and defense down for 2 turns, and Wasp has ult up. So this was clearly a better way to approach this node, and we're just going to walk over it. Kang will get a turn, but he's got offense down. He can't dispel any of it because of the trauma. He's stuck hitting the Miss Marvel. I can go right over to this Kang. Get that dodge stack off of him. I could special here to make sure he dies. That would be the smart thing to do. I'm just going to greed out. We have a 3 diamond Wasp. Yeah, look at that damage. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I still have Corey as a striker from U32 Crucible right now. So that's the play, guys. I think you want your purple ISO, and I thought this would be the way. On Miss Marvel Hardlight, Kahori, and Wasp. If you don't have it on your anybody else already, those are the 3 I would pick. But I wouldn't use Miss Marvel Hardlight until this node. And I wouldn't use Wasp abilities until this node either. And I think that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. All right, let's see what we got working with on the next node. So the next node, we have a Scientist Supreme and an Omega. Okay, Scientist Supreme and Old Man Logan says, I need to bring Jean Grey in here. That's not going to be an option. Then we'll have Storm. And Old Man Logan. I don't need Beast for this. That'd be kind of awkward, I think. Old Man Logan's going to do way more work. We can still use Old Man Logan in the last node, so maybe I don't want him to die here. I can make both of these girls striker, make Old Man Logan a skirmisher if I want. I might do that anyway. Nah. Does Storm still Raider? I'm going to make Storm a Raider for this. She doesn't need to do striker attacks. Just get Old Man Logan popping off. I think this is just the team. Storm does giant AoE damage. We could use her special, but we're going to save her ultimate for the next wave. Old Man Logan is probably just going to hard carry this. I'll use the ultimate. We'll get that back in time. Alright, that's good. And look at the Scientist Supreme is nearly dead. And Omega Red has an ability block. Old Man Logan won't get stunned from that because he's not below 50% life. Ooh, I didn't see the Scientist Supreme healed up from that. I don't even know Omega Sentinel's kit because she never gets to do anything. But that's okay. She's dead again. Okay, I get ult. Enemy Old Man Logan will get no speed bar from this. I still haven't had to do the Storm special, but I could. Although Old Man Logan put an ability block trauma on his other counterpart, so we don't even need to do that. He was just gutted. This guy was... Do I even want to attack him again? I don't need to. I can go for her. I mean, I guess we'll finish him off. Old Man Logan didn't get his second hit. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about was splitting your characters up the way you see here. Like, don't have them all next to each other. Alright, Jean still has 1 stack of stun. Jean's not going to do anything here, and I'm here for it. Alright, Old Man Logan. We can still use him on cell 20, so maybe I want to make sure he has cooldowns ready, but I'd rather lean on him so that my Storm and Jean can carry the Avengers node still. Honestly, guys, I think this mode, in my opinion, comes down to probably 5 characters. Yeah, probably 5 characters. Storm, maybe 4. Storm, Beast, Jean Grey, Old Man Logan. And I think you're good like that. Like, I don't think you need to worry about literally anybody else. Let's get our cooldowns back up on Jean Grey. That sounds like it could be a good idea. Do I want to use Old Man? Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's go for it. Old Man Logan will get his special energy up from this. That's fine. Basic stats get his ultimate up. He'll be in fighting shape for sure. For sure. He had Disrupt plus Trauma, so he's not going to get his taunt up. That's great. Let's try and take her out here. I'm not a super fan of Storm below like 90% though. Jean's not super healthy either. If I had a smaller character, like I probably would not keep this attack if Jean Grey was below 50. Above 50, I think you're fine. Below 50, I wouldn't take it. You could just keep resetting until Old Man Logan tanks everything, since he has the revives and his insane healing, right? Easy. Easy. There's nothing to change there. Old Man Logan, Storm with Jean Grey. I guess you could bring a Nightcrawler in instead of Storm if you have the ISOs already. Storm's already ready for the next node, which is all I really need her for. This is now Cell 19. This node was broken on the playtest when we did it, so thank God they let us test it. We caught it for them. There was a Mephisto here instead of Ares, and Mephisto would make it so that you could never actually take a turn, and it was problematic. Well, you could take a turn, but you'd be trying to hit into a You'd be trying to hit into a Mephisto's buffs after Odin has like charges up and stuff. You could never get the kill. You storm it up offense, that'd be horrible. This is what I want to happen. I want this team to work. If I can get Jean Grey, Beast, and Storm to work here, and Old Man Logan, which everybody wants to use in Dark Dimension 8 anyway, works on the previous node, and I think node 20 is super easy. If this works, then there's 4 characters that you kind of want to take to Dark Dimension, or you need for Spotlight Raid, and 1 character you want to take to Dark Dimension. So then it's just a Forest that sucks to put the Purple Eyes so on. Yeah. Oh, they nerfed this Odin too. This Odin had 2 diamonds on the playtest. Does this just kill him? He's just gone. Yeah, he had less life than Ares did. Ares didn't die the same way that he died. That's crazy. We already have speed up. Let's get offense up. Okay. We can do a stun. Well, we can't, but we can do a slow. Yeah. Okay. I guess we can stun outside of war, maybe? I've never seen this wave before. You could not get past the first wave on the playtest. Also, if I had to guess, guys, I think that's probably why we had the issues with the Kyln Tower today. Probably because they had to make these corrections. Oh! I just realized something else was different than the PTR too. On the PTR, there was an uncanny wave. The one that we were doing earlier with Absolute A-Force that had Colossus, Phoenix, and Magic on it. On the playtest, they had 100% speed bar. So they took my feedback there too, and they got rid of that 100% speed. So here's the thing. I'm going to take this Kyln Tower as another learning pain for them. It's not acceptable how it happened. It's not. I'm not trying to give them cover for that. It's completely unacceptable how everything went down. But I like that they made it so... I should use the ultimate there. I do like that they made it so we didn't have to suffer through 100% speed bar and not landing anything on these later floors. Because that was my feedback. My feedback was on the later floors, so they just didn't go back to the earlier floors, I guess. That's probably why it had such a scuffed rollout. Like, we're actually taking some hits here. But that's for the best. Because if they released this and floor 19 was unbeatable because there's a Mephisto Odin, and you literally couldn't do anything regardless of how big your characters were, that would have been worse than having to wait an additional 4 hours for it to go live. In my opinion, anyway. I could be wrong. Let me know how you feel about that. Did the Envoys do a solid by making sure the mode came out completable? If not, maybe a little bit too easy. I don't like autoplay content. This kind of feels like autoplay content. If you have the right characters, I guess. Which is just like Jean and Storm. I don't even know how much Beast is doing here. Beast's not doing too much here, is he? I guess he's got his cleanse. He can do this, whatever this does. He gave out energy. So she's going to have her ultimate for the next cell, and she's at 20 charges. So the dodge... Oh, that's kind of funny. The dodges from like North Star and Guardian here actually made it so we got our cooldowns back up. So we can annihilate the next node again. Presumably. I haven't done it yet. We'll have to wait and see. Let's take you out. Save Jean's cooldowns. Special? Sure. I don't care. I don't want to use Beast next node. I think I want to try and force Old Man Logan. Okay. Sure. Not bad. That's cell 19, and let's do cell 20. What is cell 20? Cell 20. A 2 million powered crystal, 2 million powered Medusa. We got some Eternals. This screams Old Man Logan just for controlling factor. Let's try it. Let's go with Old Man Logan. Just for the control. And I'll put you back to a Raider. So Storm's going to pop up with an amazing ultimate. And then Logan's going to control people. I did notice there was no speed bar characters here. So maybe we don't need Jean. Maybe we grab like Nightcrawler. He's another character people always want to bring to Dark Dimension 8 anyway. Alright, these are the 2 million power. Let's see. Can we just kill them? Oh, they took no damage. Oh, that's kind of scary. Ability block. Reduce the speed of all minis by 20%. I kind of want to save that, I think. How hard are they going to hit? This could be interesting. Hold on. Maybe I'm underselling this floor. Maybe this floor is actually super interesting. Her passive procced. Oh, she does a basic because we have Jean. Never mind. I think you want Jean here. I think that crystal passive or special would have hit us really hard. Oh, what's her speed stat? She's going again. 110? It's not 110. Because otherwise she wouldn't have gone there. Let's give the trauma here so she doesn't cleanse the Medusa. Okay, Medusa has ability block. So let's turn our attention back to Crystal. Good stuff. That hit pretty hard. Yeah, that hit pretty hard. Good stuff there. Bang, bang. Alright, I thought she had bleeds. She doesn't have any bleeds. Let's finish her off. Stun Icarus? Yeah, this puts trauma... Oh, no, it doesn't, because we don't have enough characters. I would say that puts trauma out, but it doesn't. Old Man Logan puts trauma out, though. And they fix it so we're... I wonder if we were going to be landing debuffs here. Because that's the way the later floors were. I think Scopely does a solid by delaying this. To make sure that it came out in a usable way. Playable way? Whatever word you want to use. Alright, so that's it for Icarus. That's it for Medusa. And now it's kind of easy. Okay, well, now we have a different problem. I don't really want to talk about that. The too easy problem. Too easy just means more people will get it done. The Kyln Tower, I think, was stressing people out, so that's not necessarily a super bad thing. I think there's definitely room for improvement, but at least it shouldn't have came out broken. Alright, let's get trauma on everybody. These are the last three. The last three is a Iron Man Infinity War, a Thor Infinity War, and a regular Captain America. Is this a clue? Are we going to have an Infinity War Captain America come to the game? I'm going to read into it. That's what I'm going to say. Captain America coming to the game. Confirmed. Alright, here we go. All in all, this is still a bazillion... Whoa, is she dead? Or is she just invisible? Oh, she's dead. Yikes. Jean died, but that's fine. At this point, that's fine. All in all, as I was about to say, this is still a bazillion, trillion, quintillion times better than the Captain Britain unlock. And I don't think anyone would argue against that. What killed her? I want to go back and look. That was like a surprise kill to me. Oh, she got ult up with 9 charges. Later, nerds. Dude, he can do this all day. What a Chad. Got him. Alright. Let me know what you guys think about the gameplay here. A tad boring. At least doable. There's a middle ground to hit here. The middle ground is what I was talking about, okay? Not 100% speed bar. Not can't land debuffs. You bring the older characters who you want us to encounter and fight, which is like, it's a nice breath of fresh air. Like facing off against a full uncanny team that has the same sort of stats as an absolute A-Force team has, that could be kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like it's a new old problem to solve with one of our new tools, and that's kind of cool. Bring their stats up, maybe give like 50 to 60% speed bar so that we have to be smart when we take out that last enemy that drops in a new wave, and that could be interesting. Don't make them dumb easy. Don't make them impossibly hard. Don't make them uncontrollable. I don't think it's too much to ask, honestly. I feel like that's just numbers. So we beat the Kyln Tower. That's all 20 floors. That's going to net us a 4 yellow star Omega Red. Let's see those rewards. So these are the purple ISO rewards. An additional 80 Omega Red shards, 380 L4s, 12.2 million gold. That's nice. 255 purple ions. That's nice too. And 10 of these orbs. Why do I have... Sorry, 5 of these orbs. Why do I have 10.25 of these orbs? Where'd the math go wrong on that? Alright, let's go open those orbs, because I have no idea what those orbs are. But we do have Omega Red unlocked. I'll build him up. I'll use them in the U32 Crucible, see what is up with that. Where are these orbs at? There it is. Let's see the contents before we open them up. 10 to 300 Dark Diamond. That's a huge swing. We're probably looking at getting like 20. Probably averages out to like between 15 and 20. Center Pillar, just gear drop. 20 of them. I guess that's cool for people still going for Mephisto. And then 15 to 500 DPCs. Alright, let's just open them all. I don't really care for any of this stuff. I got all green drops. End up with 125 Dark Diamond credits, 315 Dark Promo credits. These orbs are meaningless. No, they're not meaningless. For like a super endgame player, kind of meh. Kind of meh. I will open these with you guys because people love to see degenerate gambling orbs get opened. Boom, boom. No luck. I was hoping for streamer luck. Alright guys, let me know what you think about Kyln Tower and everything that happened with it. Whether it be from the controversy that didn't launch in time, that the envoys were able to get it switched so it came out in a usable but maybe a little bit too easy of a function, and just about the gameplay itself. How would you, if you had a magic wand, how would you want to make endgame PvE content challenging but not overwhelming, right? Challenging, not overwhelming, not auto-sim. Let me know in the comments section below and I'll make sure to pass that along. But for now, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more U32 tournament. Let's go.